Good evening, my friends, and I do hope everybody's very, very well, and I hope everybody's got themselves all ready and sorted for Christmas and is ready for a fantastic Friday frolic. And let's just see who's in the chat. Hold on a sec. Oh, just wanted to... Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that. It was just... I've usually got it on my phone just to make sure that I am basically live. Not like, because like what I normally do, as you guys all know, professional to the end. I always make a pig's ear of it, don't I? So that's what I basically do. I have it on my phone just to make sure on my channel that I am actually still live. But anyway, let's hope everybody is very, very well. So, let's have a look in the chat. Give me a quick sec. And, yes, and hello. Hello there, my friend Billy Kershaw. Hope you're well. Hope you're very, very well. Yes. I did actually hear you plugging my Friday frolic on the agenda, which I thank you very, very much. Yes, Oops Miss Phil's show, cooking tea, whiskey and lemonade starter. It doesn't matter, don't worry about it. Good evening, wake up and smell the roseberries. And hope you're very, very well. And my good friend in the chat, Alistair Cairn, one of my fantastic moderators. Hope you're very, very well, my friend, and I hope you're getting ready for Christmas, my friend. And my good friend Frederick Roth III, hope you're very, very well. Hope you're well. I hope you're ready for a good Friday frolic, and hope you're ready for Christmas. I've noticed I've got my Crimbo hat on. And hello, my lovely daughter, God's last sis. Hope you're very, very well. Spare a thought for your poor brother at that eating establishment we will not mention on here because a few people are liable to throw up their Christmas dinner, but we'll leave it there. It's gone absolutely mental over there. He's had to go into work early and start straight away, but... Oh, so spare a thought for your brother, God's last sis. But yes, good evening, Ben. Anybody else? No, good evening, Stephen Bankier. Good evening, my friend. Good evening, anybody else? I think I've got everybody. If I haven't, I do apologise. My pins are not what they used to be. But like as we say, this is the final Friday frolic before Christmas. And I'm not sure if I'll be doing one next Friday. Is Boxing Day on Thursday? Because I know we have me and my wife, we will be at a football game on Boxing Day, should I say? Well, yeah, obviously. If it's on a Friday, I will not be here. If it's on a Thursday, shouldn't be a problem. But anyway, yeah, it looks like we're all cooking on gas and everything seems to be very well. So I can shut down my phone and shut down one or two other things as well. Don't really need to use up storage and space and all that. But let's just say, well, as we all know, one of the you could say one of the great institutes is always been, have I got news for you? You could say, and you know they deal with the week agenda on the politics and stuff like that. Well, as you can see, Steve Magnan, I'm sorry if I said that name wrong, I do apologise. He asked, who did Keir Starmer sound like when he talked about when he made a speech? And as you can see, the lovely Rachel Harris is there, and Ian Hislop and herself and Paul Merton let's just say that they gave this what you class as the "Have I got news for you" treatment.
What have some people been saying Keir Starmer sounds like?
Oh, Trump.
Trump. That's the right answer, yeah.
Yes.
In what way?
Well,
He said they're a bunch of pussies and he was going to grab them.
Well,
No, I don't think that's right.
Well, here's what he actually said about shaking it up in Whitehall.
Yeah.
We're going to go for it. We're going to do this. It will be an incredible thing.
yes,
It's a bit Trumpy.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Trumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have some people been saying Keir Starmer sounds like?
Oh, Trump.
Trump. That's the right answer, yeah.
Yes.
In what way?
Well,
He said they're a bunch of pussies and he was going to grab them.
Sorry about that. But yeah, exactly. Yes, yes, they're going to go for it. We're going to do this. It will be an incredible thing. Now, yeah, who does say stuff like that? So I can see where they come from. It does sound like the sort of thing our Trumple thin-skinned would actually say. Maybe he's trying to pucker up to the orange one. Who knows? You know, the Don Mussolini. Yeah. So, but anyway, I've got a couple of these from. I've got a few with Ian Hislop. A bit later on, but yes. But anyway, not only did our Sir Keir get the "Have I got news for you" treatment, so did our Chancellor. Yes, where Stephen Magnan basically asked, you just bear with me. He basically asked, what is Rachel Reeves threatening to do?
Rachel Reeves threatening to do?
She wants people. She wants
The cuts.
efficiency.
Cuts.
Not cuts.
Cuts, yeah, cuts.
No, efficiency savings. Please.
Efficiency savings.
She's vowed to take an iron fist against waste. How's she going to do all that?
Like all chancellors, you say we're going to cut government inefficiency. All of them do it when they come into power. And then they find that there isn't that much inefficiency. And so they have to make real cuts, which means services and what people voted them in for.
She's already punched up the pensioners.
Yep.
And then the farmers.
Yep.
So watch out.
Right. She's coming after the actors next.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently she's going to spend more money on external experts.
Yeah, these are consultants. The Labour Party said we're not just going to get consultants in like the Tories to take all the decisions. And then they thought, yeah, let's get them in. You wouldn't do that, would you?
No, definitely not.
No, you wouldn't get any consultants in.
No, get rid of them.
Right.
I'm just saying, when he takes power, remember.
We haven't got that long a memory.
Rachel Reeves threatening to do?
She wants people. She wants
The cuts.
efficiency.
Cuts.
Not
So, yes, my Friday frolickers, yes. Yes, they're not cuts. They are efficiency savings. Also, actors. Are there any actors in the chat, my friends? Just wondering, you know. Because got to be careful. Labour are after you now. So be careful out there. And see, the thing is, what I found interesting, what Ian Hislop had to say was very interesting, because he does it kind of sort of like gives it off the air that when people say there's not much difference between Labour and the Conservatives, it's quite difficult to argue with him when they're basically saying stuff like that. So I can totally see where people come from. But anyway, also, as you've noticed, there is a certain leader of the Liberal Democrats there, and let's just say, in his lop, he got his claws into our endeavour over a certain little scandal that happened quite a few years ago while he was in, you could say, in government. Well, it was more Tories, or they just basically used the Liberal Democrats as just a bit of a joke, didn't you? Around the time when they had that bloke as Chancellor. Not Chancellor, good evening, Reagan Elite. I hope you're well. If you're not subscribed to our good friend Reagan Elite, please do. You'll be missing out on a treat. But let's just say he brought up a certain scandal that started last year, but it basically arose while he was in joint government with the Conservatives. Let's just say our Ian Hislop, he didn't hold back.
I'm always very careful about talking about civil service because half of them are Liberal Democrat Party members.
Oh, right.
Though you did blame your civil servants,
No,
didn't
no,
you?
you see.
Over the post office, I think you did.
Well,
I mean, I hate to bring it up this early, but
We didn't last long, did we?
you worked out they were lying to everybody earlier than most.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't, no. And I'm really sorry I didn't, and that's why the inquiry is so important.
Yeah, no, I did ask Alan whether I should give you a hard time. Guess what he said? No, he didn't, because he's quite nice. But I asked Lee Castleton, and he said, yeah. It wasn't your finest hour, was it?
Well, I think it wasn't the whole government's finest hour, and that's why the inquiry is so important. And we also need to make sure that compensation is paid.
It's still a scandal, and we started this year with, an ITV drama, and everyone thought, that's great, it's on the telly. That'll be sorted out. And then, of course, it hasn't been.
Are you saying that ITV dramas aren't solving this? Because that's not a world I want to live in.
No.
Yeah.
And I think you'll find Inspector Morse had a very successful hit rate. Solved a lot of things.
Phew.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, we've got that out the way. I mean, they just got to get on with it. And I think various leaders of other political parties who've got a bit of a record on this should devote themselves to it.
Now, didn't he squirm? He looked incredibly uncomfortable, didn't he? But I'll give him that. He's right about one fact, though, isn't he? When it came to, about the public inquiry is very, very important, and that the government at the time didn't come out of this with any flying colours. They didn't come out in any glory, did they? And but as you say, in his lot, he doesn't hold back, does he? He's brilliant at stuff like this. But anyway, good evening, Wolf Pet. Hope you're well. Hope you're very, very well. And oh no, what is Reagan Elite? You lurk away. There's no wrong with lurking. I do it often. I do it often in people's live streams because I'm usually looking for this and that for a bit of material. So it's not a problem. But yeah. But anyway, what did you think about that? I thought it was hilariously funny watching him squirm. And yeah, when you think about it, he should squirm. Because let's be honest, he deserves to squirm after when you hear this, because he should be squirming, because did you know that our Ed Davey is a TikTok TikTok phenomenon, if I can get my teeth in. And I can promise you I haven't had a drink yet. Oh, no worries, Reagan, late. No worries. You keep working as hard. You keep working hard, my friend. As you bring some valuable information to us. But yes, our Ed Davey, he is a TikTok phenomenon. I think Nigel Farage can learn a trick or two off our Ed Davey.
Ed, you're an older man who uses TikTok a lot. And having seen some of your TikToks, I think you could definitely do with some help in that department.
I don't understand. They just tell me to do it.
I mean, that's pretty apparent when you watch it, Ed. Well, let's have a look at some of your work.
I'm challenging Keir Starmer to play FIFA.
Oh, right.
Which apparently is something like Subbuteo.
Can't you send him a letter?
How about bringing the boom?
The economic boom?
No, Mr. Rizzler.
Is that a drug reference?
You just got to give the boom to everybody. It's all about love.
Oh. Fair enough.
Yes, absolutely. Our Eddie's bringing the boom, isn't he? Proper busting some moves there, wasn't he? Oh dear. But yes. Anyhow, I put my Christmas decorations out first time in 8 years. There's a mix of my mum's and my sister's with a little touch of me, only in honour of them garlands. I don't arse with Christmas. Speaking of Christmas bank here, I've got a video about keep an eye out on your Christmas tree. So be careful out there. Yes, I can imagine if it were Frankie Boyle saying things like that, he'd definitely make them squirm more. Oh, he definitely would. He is a what you class as a. I think most my friends up in Scotland, he's a right socialist, isn't he? Proper up on his social issues. He's very brutal when it comes to stuff like that. So yes. He's a ruthless one. Yes, I'm a Frankie Ball fan. God, he's brutal, but yeah, he is. He's very. He's very. We've watched a couple of videos where he's absolutely tearing strips out of audience members, and it is brutal. Yes. But like as I say, yes, like I say, Frankie, but our, yes, what you call him, our I've just had a mental. Nigel Farage could learn a trick from the social god, the social media god that is Ed Davey. Just had a memory blank there. Anyway, we're going to head to a bit of bad news here because let's just say got some bad news where a certain old rocker, you could say, will not be driving home for Christmas. Yes, Christmas ruined as Chris Rea's car fails its MOT. Sad news, yes. Further proof that 2024 is one of the worst years on record, and has emerged after singer Chris Rea confirmed that his Ford Focus has failed its MOT due to damaged suspension. The singer is now faced with the prospect of finding an alternative mode of transport to get him home this Christmas. I put the Focus in for its usual MOT at the garage in London I always use. I couldn't believe it when the mechanic phoned to say that it was a few miles short of a catastrophic engine failure, said the 73-year-old singer. He said the suspension is knackered, probably due to all the potholes in the roads. They've got the parts on order, but it will be at least another week before they turn up and then can fit them. It's one of the worst times to break down at Christmas. It's absolutely horrendous. This is typical of 2024. First, Labour proving to be no better than the Tories, then morons writing over fake news, then it was Trump getting in again, and now this. It couldn't have happened at a worse time. It looks like it could be the train back to Middlesbrough for me this year, or if it's not running, a bloody National Express bus. Now, Chris Rea, he did admit that he's considering taking his car back from the garage and risking the long drive to Christmas. Well, the mechanic Simon Williams says, well, that's up to him. But unless he wants this year's Christmas song to be Hitching Home for Christmas from just north of South Mim service, then I advise him to at least leave it with us for a bit. So yes, sad news. Chris Rea's car has failed its MOT. So he will not be singing Driving Home for Christmas, unfortunately, my friends. Frankie not afraid to cross the line. Oh, he certainly wasn't wake up and smell the rosemaries. He certainly wasn't. I was my sister's carer and Christmas came with her, so it had to be done. Now I can do as I please, but thought I should make an effort in their memory. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. And I do hope you have a good Christmas, my good friend. Yeah, wake up and smell the rosemaries. Private jet? Yeah, well, I think he's good for it. I think he can afford it. Surely. Now I can now sing around the house with hearing "Shut up!" Oh, please just stop. I know the feeling. My wife does the same with me. Good evening, my good friend Stephen Binning. I hope you're well, and I do hope you've had a good day, and I hope you're looking forward to the weekend, and also looking forward to Christmas as well. But so yes, you're gutted. So yes. Hello, Pete's music. Hope you well. Don't worry about it. It's not not something you have to do, or else there's not going to be no naughty step here. It's not exactly essential viewing. I'm just making silly noises and doing silly videos. If you miss the two Davies, I don't know if they're in the chat. If they are, good evening. And if they're not, you should be subscribed to them. They're essential viewing. They're the educational ones. I'm just the idiot bringing up silly videos for Friday Frolic. But I hope you well, Pete's music, and I hope you have a lovely weekend, and hope you're all set for Christmas, my friend. But anyway, let's crack on. Right, we all know how stressful Christmas can be. You know, Christmas shopping, you know, buying the decorations for the house is sometimes stressful. You know, tinsel, the lights, and also even the Christmas meal, and also as well as the Christmas tree itself. It's stress. Well, comedian James Acaster might have a solution to both these problems.
My very first Christmas tree I ever had to buy, it was in a Budgeons, and they had them all out on the pavement. So I picked the best one. There's one good one. I got that. I took it into Budgeons and I had to go through all the aisles. And then I was nearly at the till, and someone came up to me and said, "You are not supposed to bring them into Budgeons. You've got to leave them out there, and you take the barcode from the top of the tree, and then you take... This is really wrong, what you've done." So I took it all the way out again. I got the barcode off, went in, paid for it, came all the way out, and the tree had gone. And I looked back in the Budgeons, and I could see the top of my tree just bobbing through the aisles.
Sound like Jaws?
Yeah, exactly like Jaws, actually. And then I had to follow the pine needles, and I found the guy, and it was a man with his 2 kids, I'd say about 5 and 7, you know, the age where Christmas is everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Sir, that's my Christmas tree." And then he looked in his trolley, and he went, "It's not your Christmas tree." "Oh, I suppose that's your lasagna, is it, as well, in my trolley?" I was like, "No, that's not my lasagna. That's my Christmas tree. I already paid for it." He went, oh yeah? I guess you paid for this lasagna as well." I said, "Sir, the lasagna is neither..." I don't know why you're sidetracking us every time. "The lasagna is neither here nor there. You're meant to take the barcode off the tree, and then you take it to the till, and then you pay for it there." And he picked up his lasagna, and he looked at the back of it and went, "Just checking you didn't steal the barcode off my lasagna as well." And then the same member of staff came over and said to him, "Well, you are supposed to actually take the barcode off." And he's right, he bought the tree and it's not yours. So he handed me the tree. Here's a tip for you all. If someone is handing you a Christmas tree, don't look their children in the eyes as you're receiving the tree. Because I saw them all sad, and I was like, fuck them. And then I took the tree. And then I stole his lasagna.
So there you are. That's all you need to do. Yes, exactly. Glad to hear all is well, Pete's music, and good evening, my good friend. And my daughter's in the other room. Clearly, she's just watched the end of that, and she's howling with laughter. So clearly, my daughter found that bit of a story a hilarious good laugh. But anyway, good evening, Ad Archive. I love this channel. Cheers, thank you very much, and thank you for your support. It's nice to know a Bradford City fan has a good view of the world. Well, thank you very much. I will take that as a fantastic compliment. I mean, deeply appreciative of that. Thank you, my good friend. But yes, I could just hear my daughter in the background giggling away. So, my daughter. Good evening, one Gerard from South Africa. I came in like, don't you worry. What's the story about Chris Rea? Well, he's got a slight problem this year. It looks like he will not be driving home for Christmas. His car failed its MOT. It's suspension and it's on its last legs. So, unfortunately, either it's a train up to Middlesbrough or a National Express bus. And he contemplated either just taking the chance with a car up to Middlesbrough, but the mechanic says, "I won't if I were you." Not unless he wants it to be hitchhiking for Christmas, hitching home for Christmas. So you're at saying at Christmas Day. Is he doing a show at is that right, Alistair? Fantastic. Yeah, exactly, Reagan. I like screw the kids. Yes. Yeah. Good evening, Mark Telfer. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. But yeah, if he's doing a show at 2 o'clock, yes, thanks for reminding us. It's brilliant to hear. And no doubt it'll be incredibly informative and educational. Hitching for Christmas, yes. Yeah. Yes. Don't look the children in the eyes. Go, yeah, exactly. They'll probably get properly got given in the puppy dog eyes. Don't take our tree. No, fuck them. Yes. Oh, that was brilliant. I knew you guys would love that. And I knew my daughter would absolutely, because not only did he get his Christmas tree, he actually got his Christmas meal as well for nothing. Can't top that off, can you? That was, yes, exactly, the divine comedy. I noticed you said something earlier on Steve Bidding, but I didn't. But I can't quite remember what it was now. Oh, doesn't matter. But anyway, can we play a really funny advert for everyone? Search Red Rock Cider Police Squad advert when he walks into the pub. Funniest advert ever. So many gags. Well, to be honest, I won't be able to do it now, but if I get the feeling Boxing Day is on Thursday, isn't it? But I will do it next week, definitely. So remind me, ad advice, ad archive, the ad archive. I do apologise. But yes, in Singapore, they eat KFC buckets on Christmas Day. All for it. But yes, anyway. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, let's head back to a bit of Ian Hislop. Does anybody watch the annual Private Eye end of year stage presentation where they go through what's happened over the year, and they give it the private eye attention to detail and turn it into fun where you will see a very familiar comedian called Harry Enfield, and there's one or two others, and the lady in the lady who plays a part in this, she does a mean Liz Truss impersonation, absolutely brilliant. But in this one, they give the private eye special attention to not only the post office scandal, but also a certain Saint Paula Venables.
2024 was very much the year of the post office scandal for us at Private Eye, and I thought we would pay our early tribute to the great figure at the centre of it all, someone who is in many ways a saint. And lo, in those days, there was a great preacher and holy woman. And her name was St. Paula. That is called Venables. And she did travel the land persecuting innocent men and women who believed in the office that is called post. And this continued for many years as she zealously sought out the blameless and the vulnerable and did vent her wrath against them, even unto sending them to prison. And she looked upon her works and proclaimed them to be good.
I have achieved miracles. I am the chosen one to lead the post office into the promised land of abundance, and my reward will be on earth, where bonuses shall fall from heaven like manna.
And she was hailed to be a great champion of the law and the prophets. Thank you very much. But then it came to pass that St. Paula was travelling on the road to Aldwych, where there was to be a public inquiry into these matters. And verily, on the horizon... St. Paula did see a blindingly obvious light, and it spake to her, saying,
Paula, Paula, why do you persecute these innocent people?
And St. Paula did fall to her knees, saying,
I don't recall. I don't know. I wasn't there for that meeting.
And the blindingly obvious light replied,
This isn't very convincing, is it?
But still St. Paula wept and gnashed her teeth, saying unto the heavenly presence,
I blame everyone else. I was just too trusting.
And the men and women from the office that is called Post waxed exceeding wroth. Though being nice people, they did just mutter one to another, tutting and laughing in disbelief, rather than shouting,
Lock her up and throw us away the key!
As would have been entirely understandable. And St. Paula was led away, still blinded to her own manifold wickednesses. And so she was converted from St. Paula to plain the appalling Venables. And people did marvel at this change, saying,
In centuries to come, people will remember this transfiguration, although she probably won't, and will claim she can't recall the detail.
And hats off to the postmasters and mistresses.
Absolutely brilliant. Yes. I love how they're brilliant. They just go through it with mirth and humour, you know, highlighting not only the scandal, but, you know, also her pathetic victimhood, you know, when she was at it was a public inquiry, wasn't it, if I remember rightly? You know, I'm the poor victim here. I don't recall, you know, I don't remember. We all remember them replies when it came to our spaffer and titchy shoe size. I don't recall. I don't remember. I was never there. But anyway, I've just noticed we've got a. But yes. Yes. Paula Venables, yeah. Now there is one person who deserves next Christmas at His Majesty's pleasure. Absolutely agree, my good friend. Exactly. No sympathy from anybody, was she? Yeah, because you look at the damage she did to some of the people, you know, in her eyes, they were to blame, not Horizon. And I think one or two were actually take their own lives because the situation. But yeah, his lot was hilarious. My sides were in knots here in South Africa, ex-Easter House, Glasgow. He's brilliant. He absolutely had archive. He is a natural treasure and a legend in the house. Thank you, my friend, my good friend, for turning up. Always a pleasure to see the legend that is David McGuinness, who's, I've just been told by Alistair, you're doing a live stream on Christmas Day, 2 p.m. I highly recommend everybody turn up and watch it. You're going to learn something, and it's going to be informative, and it's going to be intelligent conversation. And if you're very, very lucky, you might get a David McGuinness mega rant, and they are worth waiting for. I remember when I was at one of the round. I was the last. I was the last. Well, Jenny was supposed to have been there but unfortunately work committing, so I was asked to stand in, and I was there to witness one of Dave McGuinness's absolutely fantastic mega rants, and they are a joy to behold. Nobody getting in the way of Dave McGuinness and his rants. Absolutely brilliant. Also, if you're not subscribed to the two Davies, what are you doing with your life? You're always going to learn something. Good evening. Yeah, yes. That's a Scottish comedian, Lewis MacLeod. Yes. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Stephen Bankier. Where's the data? They've lost the data. What data? The data you lost. Yes. Yeah, absolutely wake up and smell the roseberries. Spot on. His rant's legendary and absolutely brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. It was an honour and privilege to be on Reagan Elite's round table. Well, it always is an honour and privilege. But anyway, it wasn't always about, you know, this year's scandals and what you call it, people in positions of power. Yes. Hello, Quentin Queerpiece. I hope you're very, very well. I hope you're really, really well. And glad to see you've joined us. And I hope you've had a nice day. And I hope you're going to have a lovely weekend. And I hope you're going to have a fantastic Christmas as well, my friend. But anyway, let's just... It wasn't all about scandals and serious politicians and people who shouldn't be anywhere near power. Oh, no. They even found time for culture and poetry too.
Daffodils by William Turdsworth.
I wandered, lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er Windermere, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of turds and diarrhea.
Inside the lake, beneath the trees, festering and stinking in the breeze, continuous in a stream of slime and tinkle in a murky way.
They stretched in never-ending line, like a giant litter tray. 10,000 saw I at a glance, bobbing their heads in shitely dance.
That's quite enough verses.
Yes. Gets you there, doesn't it? You know, poetry at its finest. You know, Keats and Wordsworth, nothing on us, have they? Absolutely brilliant. Quite right, Reagan Elite. Of course, you should have him back. Yes. Absolutely, God's like, I knew you'd appreciate, you know, poetry at its finest. And when I saw that, I basically knew my daughter would really appreciate that. She loves poetry at its finest. and only the most quintessential words comes from my daughter's mouth anyway. just like a father. Yeah. Shady dance, yes. But right. Anyway, let's just say, I'll spare a thought for not only my wife, but thousands of wives and girlfriends around the world. You know, when you're in that situation when you're doing something with a laptop that you shouldn't be doing in your bedroom, and when you get caught out by your other half, it's quite an embarrassing scene when it comes to this situation. So, spare a thought for my wife as well.
What are you doing?
Nothing. No.
Football manager, you said you're in bed with a headache.
Yeah. A selection headache.
Yes. I know exactly what he means. Yeah. I've woke up on there many times like this, selection headaches. Yes. I don't know whether it should be Andy Cook in place for Lee Novak, or maybe I should swap Powdy O'Connor because he's not really shifting his weight. FM21. So I totally understand where he's coming from. It's not a good place to be. But So, yeah, it's not a good place to be.
You've been off work sick for the last 3 days for this. You'll be lucky not to get sacked.
Oh, we see that ain't going to happen. I've just taken Leighton Orient to the Champions League.
Yes, it won't happen to me either. I've taken Bradford City to the Championship, so he's quite safe.
From your actual job, you idiot. God, my mum was right about you. You are a loser.
Well, she's never won Premier League Manager of the Month, has she?
Right, that is it. Get up!
I have the very same suit, but my tie's claret and amber. So,
Before you ask me to leave, I'd like to hand in my resignation.
yes. Never get in between a man and his football manager and the team he manages. It can overtake your life. Exactly, Stephen Bank. Yes. The benefits of being single, I suppose. Yes. Yes. Yes, Elon Musk, Gremlin, yes. Excellent, excellent Christmas table turn, yes. Which reminds me, don't think we can beat the Veil. Which reminds me, don't think we can beat the Veil on Boxing Day. Well, you know as well as I do, my good friend. We have this strange notion where we will have the top of the league come here and we'll absolutely spank them, and then teams like Barrow will come here and play us off the park. It's an absolute nightmare. It's never easy being a Bradford City fan. I can guarantee you that. But you know. Yes, never getting between the success of a man and his team is managing. Also, there's also when you look at it, when your owner it clearly becomes unworkable towards your goals, it's better to hand in your resignation as well, isn't it? So I think he's on the right tracks. It's clearly, yeah. I think he knows that the time is coming close to an end. So bear that in mind. Right, this is a brilliant story. It's because sometimes when it's like when I was listening to James O'Brien the couple of days ago. And he started talking about, that when it comes to the police, the lack of resources for, for going out to solve crimes and whatnot, especially after 14 years of Tory rule and gruel. Well, he decided to ask people to call in if you ever took matters into your own hands. When it comes to solving your own crimes. Well, when we asked people to ring in, a certain guy called Adam rung in about a tale about pulling a sickie, using the company car to rob a poster.
The fact that you're in the company car means they could find out you've taken a sickie.
To go up to Manchester to rob a postman. I sold an iPhone that I got as a free upgrade from a phone contract about 5 years ago. So I sold it on an auction site for about £500 or £550. So put it in the post for next day delivery with a tracking number, sent the email back with the tracking number, and that was it, done. Anyway, look back at the email and it was from them, but there was a spelling mistake.
Right.
So I rang them up. They said, that's not our email. You've got no money coming through you. So
Clever.
What do? You ring your dad.
Yeah.
Dad said, ring the
This story got better already. I love it.
I knew the address and I know it's being delivered next day delivery.
Right, fair enough.
So I had to go sick from work, drive the company car up to Manchester. The guy who from the house did actually come out into his garden, and my girlfriend said, he's going to destroy you if he gets his
You
hands
took
on
your
you.
girlfriend with you, what, for moral support, or is she quite good in a fight?
she just wanted to cut. Eventually, the postman comes at about 11:30.
Oh, wow.
I get out with the receipt of proof of postage and go up to him and say, basically, explain the whole situation pretty calmly and say, look, I can't let you deliver this because that's my phone you've got there.
Right.
He said, this is Royal Mail. Unless you've got the Queen with you, we're not going to stop.
He did not say that.
Honestly.
You have to have Her Majesty the Queen.
So to and froing, ensued, and basically in the to and froing, I just snatched the parcel and ran, thinking that was it, done. He ran after me, and we ended up running around Moss Side for about 15 minutes, of which time we've crossed another postman's path, and I had 2 postmen then chasing me. I've got 2 postmen outside the car.
Yeah.
He's called the police, and all of a sudden I thought, oh no.
Yeah.
The only now thing linking me to this is the car, which is a works car,
right?
And I'm on sick from work.
The fact that you're in the company car means they could find out you've taken a sickie.
To go up to Manchester to rob a postman. So I've rang the police as well. Spoken to them, gave them the crime reference number from the night before.
Oh.
They said, okay, we can see you reported this. What's happened? And I said, well, I've taken it from the postman. The postman then went ballistic, took their badge numbers and started putting a complaint in. And it ended up with them just saying to me, look, mate, if you want to start driving back to Kent, we'll stay here and sort this postman out.
That's magnificent.
Yeah, absolutely. There's all seen on his show. If you build it, they will come, and they certainly did come. Because when I first saw that, I thought, not right sure if I'm going to find this interesting. You know what I mean? I just thought it's not exactly most. But when I was sat watching it, I just was bellying up laughing. But yes. Yeah, I tried to get my dad to listen to James O'Brien to stop the rot from Talk TV. Oh, good God! Please, does he watch Concrete Loving Mike Graham? He's putting in his head, but he just kept on explaining why James was wrong, and my dad knew better. And I'm now trying my hardest to get him to ring James. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh, good luck at that. Go on, guys. 18 likes and 31 in chat. Hit the like button. Yeah, I'm a terrible shiller. I should keep saying it, but you know, more often than not, I'll keep forgetting. Yeah, so hit the like button if you haven't and all that. I wish more morons like Fatty Ferrari's cohorts would phone James. He'd take them apart in a trice. Yes, I know he's not everyone's cup, but yeah, I can imagine, because like a lot of people say, I wish he'd stop butting in, and I can, I know what you mean. Yeah, yes, I just saw last Christmas's #1 as Trevor Chin bought a million of them to keep freezing this Christmas from Top Spot. Oh my God, yes, exactly. Yeah, but last Christmas should be Christmas #1 every year, as all the proceeds go to charity, and he's done, and has done ever since it was first released. Yeah, also does he still some proceeds go to? And when they did Careless Whisper, didn't he make sure that Andrew Ridgeley got his royalties and stuff like that? Thank you, Frederick Rotherd. Yes, really appreciate that. But yeah, there were some brilliant stories. There were one guy who had his bike pinched, and he got a couple of people who recognised that where his bike was. What it was basically was, some guy had some racket where he'd get people to bring to pinch some bikes and flog them on. Well, anyway, he managed to friends of his found out where this place was, and he pulled up and he recognised his bike, and he brought his girlfriend and all. That were a theme as well, where they would bring their girlfriends. rather odd. But anyway, he's there. Said, "Can I have a test drive on it?" You know, because I'm not. And I said, "Oh, I'm not right sure because I'm thinking of sorting out the seat." "Oh no, if I like it, I'll give you £100, whatever." Well, he wasn't right happy, wasn't right sure about it. But anyway, he managed to persuade him to let him have a try run. Well, as soon as he got in, he was off like a clappers up the road, being chased by this guy trying to get the bike that all the other people had pinched off him. And his girlfriend says to him, "I have to say, that's the most pumped I've ever seen you," as he's cycling up the road with this bike that he's managed to, that was his, and he pinched back. There were some brilliant stories. George Michael forgot he had a chocolate bar in his trouser pocket. It melted. It was, oh dear, it was a careless whisper. Boom. Nice one, Mark Telfer. Yes. Another one of the George Michael jokes were when he was in them toilets at that time, he had a careless wrister as well. Oh, near the knuckle. Oh, better stop there. Oh, I'm going for it full tilt there, and I didn't even realise. If George Michael had a chocolate crunchie, it would be a careless crunchie. Oh, here we've got a video about chocolate a bit later on. A bit of a scandal up in Ireland. I'll give it that. I see Moggy TV show has been cut back as he is too expensive. I have also a video about that where they could have a surprise presenter, and you'll never guess who it is. Well, that's for a bit later. But anyway, you'll be pleased to know you are in for a treat. You are in for a treat, my good friends, because not only have we an exclusive, yeah, we do have an exclusive, my Friday Frolickers. We've managed to attain a small footage of the King's Christmas Day speech. So while he's addressing you all, my friends, stand to attention.
Mr. Cadbury met Miss Rowntree on a double-decker. It was just after 8. They got off at Quality Street. He asked her name. "Polo, I'm the one with the hole," she said, with a whisper. "I'm Marathon, the one with the nuts," he replied. He touched her cream eggs, which was a Kinder Surprise for her. Then he slipped his hand into her Snickers, which made her ripple. He fondled her jelly babies, and she rubbed his tic-tacs. Soon they were heart-throbs. It was a fab moment as she screamed in Turkish delight. But 3 days later, his sherbet dip-dab started to itch. Turns out Miss Rowntree had been with Bertie Bassett, and he had all sorts.
Bertie Bassett. Dirty boy. Also, I'd love to know, how do you scream in Turkish delight? Yes, absolutely, Quentin Queerpeace. That was a right royal selection. And good evening, Toad, my friend. I hope you're well. I really hope you're very well. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend and you've had a fantastic day and you're all sorted for Christmas. But yes, that was a little snippet of the King's speech. So it should... I think you were a bit near to the knuckle with some of them innuendos, especially with his sausage fingers. Yes. I don't know if Kemi is a vegetarian, but she's off her chops. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Pete's music. I didn't wash my ears. Yes. A Viscount biscuit. Ba-boom. Yes. He's crunched on a Viscount. Good evening, Donovan. Yes. Fully understand Mark Telfer, not my king. And somehow, with a speech like that, I don't think he will butty any of your parsnips either, will he? But, yes, let's just say, you know, when Stephen Bankier talked about it being putting up his Christmas tree, well, let's just say, have you ever noticed that when you'll wake up in the hours in the morning, and you'll see, you know, whether it's you know, room is in disarray, you know, everything's a mess, and don't you just hate it when toilet roll is all over the living room and the Christmas tree?
Snow is falling all around me. Children playing, having fun. It's the season, love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. Time for parties and celebrations. People dancing all night long. Time for presents and exchanging kisses. Time for singing Christmas songs. We're gonna have a party tonight. I'm gonna find that girl underneath the mistletoe. We'll kiss by candlelight. Room is swaying, records playing.
Yes. Yes, like as I said, you know, when it happens, just check out, when stuff like that happens, you know, just check out those little mischievous elves that you have in the corner of your room trying to look innocent as if butter wouldn't melt in their mouths. Now, we all remember that story, don't we? The elves and the shoemaker. You look at the trouble they cause at Manchester. It did have a happy ending as well, didn't it? I wonder if Andrew is having a Chinese for Christmas. Would he be able to eat a whole one though? Oh, good evening, Eric Davison. I hope you're well. I do my best. I do actually do my best. I hope you're well, my friend, and I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope you have a fantastic Christmas, and hope you have a great weekend and a fantastic Christmas, and good evening. The same to you, Nick Stoner. Hope you're well. Pizza Express is all booked up. Yeah, I think he probably will be. Yes. Yes, Ugly King Charles. Charlie, yes. Yeah, thank you, Billy Kershaw. Yeah, I do my best. Oh, no fairy tale in New York. Yes, unfortunately, no. Unfortunately not. Eat a whole Chinese, no sweat. Yes. Yes. I'm back. David McGuinness just done a short video TikTok about the energy hikes. Yes, it's mind you, George was lovely. Yeah, so that is that's quite naughty, isn't it? You know, the energy hikes. Not very good, is it? But anyway, yes. Now we have a couple of important stories, as you can tell, from what you would class the attack dogs for the truth. Yes. No, I'm not talking about the Torograph or GBBs. You know, we need fine, upstanding and sharp-eyed journalism. Only broken news, as far as we know, we can trust for reliable news source. And this is breaking news, so you all need to. Well, it's a lovely story, but you all need to keep your ears pricked and listen to this shocking story.
Welcome to Broken News. Everything is absolutely fine and things should stay exactly as they are, according to a joint statement issued by the super rich today. In a surprise video address delivered exclusively to Broken News on a single-use golden laptop via private jet, a group of billionaires urged people to continue to watch reality TV, order Deliveroo and fight amongst themselves, rather than spend a second investigating how neoliberal capitalism is working out for anyone other than the 1%. Our reporter has more.
Shut up or you'll spoil everything. That's the message today from the group calling themselves the lovely and innocent billionaires. Despite a cost of living crisis in the UK, political and social upheaval in the United States and war in Eastern Europe, the group says we should try not to ruin how good everything is for everyone. While life expectancy has fallen in developed nations for the first time in history, this powerful cabal of the super rich says that supporting humanity simply isn't cost effective. And it's better for us all if that money is spent on political lobbying and rockets that look like big fat cocks. They've urged us not to rise up. Instead, they said it's important for all of us to shout at talk radio hosts, call everyone a bigot, and use Twitter to try to get university lecturers sacked. Back to you.
Johnny, thank you. Well, Broken News tried to secure an interview with the shadowy group, but we were told, shouldn't you be holding a debate on trans women in bathrooms and how come comedians can't tell proper jokes anymore? A good point, well made. That's it from us. You're up to date.
Yes, we all need to now just shut up and let them lovely venture capitalists, you know, who will have us working 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, and let us take advantage of us, and we should shut up and start looking over there and talking about culture wars, because we're spoiling everything for them. Also, there are far more pressing matters. Far more pressing matters. You know, like we all know the nation is split on it's not migration, immigration, or Brexit. No, that's just little stuff that we can just air out in normal conversation, and we've done that for years and years. No, it's which celebration suite is number one? Is it Malteser or Bounty?
What the fuck is this? Ireland's national broadcaster put out this smut, these lies. Bounty on top. Are the taxpayers of this country supposed to fucking believe that? I am the only Irish person on record who actually fucking likes bounties, and even I would struggle to put them above a 6. These little Malteser things are clearly number one. They're one of the most beautiful things man has ever come up with. When I eat one of them, I'm just in the moment. I become an experience. First of all, this is bigger than a Malteser. It's bigger than the sweet it's based on. Think about that for a fucking second. The minute I open the box, I am just locked in. How many of these filthy little vixens can I get away with for myself? You pop one in your mouth, bite off that outer shell, take its clothes off, and then you just let it sit in your mouth and just let that experience happen, and then consume. All the rest of these are wrong too. Follow me, I'm delicious.
Absolutely. Follow him. He's delicious. Also, I don't know if there are many people in the chat from Ireland, but I'd love to know, is it true he's the only Irish person who loves bounties? Yes. And I have to say, when it comes to eating chocolate, I've never heard anybody say, I'd love to see how many of them filthy vixens I can get in my mouth. That's the first time I've ever heard it being called that. The Irish guy reviewing an American making a cup of tea is funny. I've seen a couple of his videos. They're absolutely hilarious. I'd archive Malteser all the way. Strangely enough, out of the two, I'm more of a Bounty fan. But I'm not much of a dark chocolate fan. But the red Bounty is, it's a toss. It's very difficult to decide which is better, the blue Bounty or the red. I'm getting hungry now. Phil's vid on the Migration Advisory Committee findings. Yes, I think I remember watching that, and it was very, very enlightening. I was thinking, shall I post? I thought, should I post it on to a couple of my friends on Facebook? Because they will get rather annoyed. Right, I thought, no, nobody will take any interest anyway, because it won't have Nigel Farage's face on it. So what's the point? I noticed they always use. I also noticed they also use. You're up to date on LBC News. Real life imitating comedy. Yes. I'm no chocolate person. I'm a little bit the same, you know. I can take it or leave it. I have to be in the mood, and I've got chocolate in the fridge. It's been there for a while, and my wife even bought me you know them chocolate windows. But I'm a sucker for white chocolate. The other day, I had to, you know, you open the window and you eat the chocolate, you know, counting down the days to Christmas. The other day, she said, have you eaten your chocolate? And I went, I haven't eaten it for at least a couple of days. I had to open eight windows to get 8 chocolates because I just opened it for a week, and I think I've done the same again today. So I'll have a couple of 2 or 3 after I've eaten my mince pie. So yes, red Bounty. Yes, you're a man after my own heart, Alistair. Yeah, and so my wife. If she goes into town and she finds a shop that sells the old type Bounties, oh, she's all over it like a rash. She'll get at least God knows how many. You ask God's last sis, what's my wife like for the red Bounties? Oh, now that is a filthy vixen in your mouth. I'll give him that. What? No wrong with advent calendars. It's just that I just tend to forget. I'm terrible for it. If I'm honest, it's probably the first time I've had an advent calendar for a good long while. Just usually got them for kids. I still get them now, but yeah, you're not wrong, God's last. Yeah, she is a sucker for them. And they don't last till Terry's chocolate orange at Christmas. I haven't had one of them for a long time. But yes. So that's something that now that's a national debate that they're talking about. That is which is number one, Malteser or Bounty. So but anyway, now does anybody in the chat know how convicted felons celebrate Christmas? And if you do, is there any truth in what we're about to witness here? Yes, we all remember that character. Don't we, my friends? Yeah, especially in the chat, who'll be the same age as me. We remember, yes, that's Fletch from Porridge. And this was from a 1976 Christmas episode. Now, I'd love to know. Oh, you're not wrong there. I'd archive. My wife's also a sucker for topics as well. So So you'd be in good company. But anyway, is there any truth to how felons... Is this how felons celebrate Christmas?
Oh, McLaren, Warren, I've called you here as representatives of your respective cell blocks, all right? What's this all about? Just a minute, Bunny, just a minute. Now, as we know, the festive season is about to descend upon us, right?
What a high spirits and jollity which that entails.
Now, Jock, come on, that's the wrong attitude going in, that is. No, what I've got to ask you all is, what is the real meaning of Christmas, eh? Apart from the shepherds and the crib and all that swaddling, eh? I mean, what springs to mind?
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
What about Mr. Mackay roasting on an open fire?
No, that's Guy Fawkes' name.
Crackers and holly.
Oh, yeah.
Treetops glistening, children listening.
Yeah, all right, Gobble, all right. Just leave out the pericoma for a minute, would you? What I'm trying to say is, what do we all associate with Christmas, eh? Apart from robbing postmen. Drink. Drink, yeah, that's what everyone does at Christmas, don't they? They all get bombed, plastered, legless, eh? Elephant's trunk. Brahms and Liszt as the proverbial newt.
I've never understood the derivation of that remark. Are newts known to be heavy drinkers?
Look, Gobber, there is a security risk in here, all right? I mean, time is of the essence, know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I was just...
Yeah, well, yeah.
But what are we doing here, Fletch?
Wine tasting. Unbeknown to all and sundry, and purely out of charity to our fellow inmates, young Gobber and me have been fermenting illicit liquor since last July. Right. Now, we started in July so it would reach the peak of perfection at this festive season, see?
Fletcher, you're a marvel. You're a napping marvel, you know that?
Well, yeah.
I helped him as well.
Yeah, for a bit, yeah.
And are you dishing this stuff out like?
Ah, I knew I shouldn't have used that word charity, Bunny. No. This is strictly a business transaction, all right? You are here just to receive a sample, just a sip, so that you can place orders for your fellow felons, you see? Come on, Gobber, up the spark, go on. Now, we are offering 2 selections, gentlemen. There you are. We have the 2-star there in the blue bottle, and we have the 5-star in the green bottle with a little handle, see? Yeah, right. Hey, come. Now, as I was saying, gentlemen, we've got the 2-star here, which is the Van Ordinaire. Now, I must tell you, it's not all that ordinaire. And we have the 5-star here, the Special Reserve. That's the one we're going to sample first. All right, Lenny? There we go. Lovely. Now, gentlemen, I must warn you, this should be sipped delicately like a fine liqueur. It should not be smashed down the throat by the mugful, all right? Off you go, Tulip. I knew they'd like it then.
Oh. You might have washed the bottle out first. Fletcher, are you sure that stuff's fit for human consumption?
No, I'm not actually, no. That's why you 3 nerds are trying it out first.
This stuff's evil, Fletcher.
Well, remember, it's got another whole week to mature yet, Tulip. That's 7 whole days, isn't it? Here we go now. This is the 2-star. Now, I warn you, gentlemen, this one isn't quite so smooth, all right? So go very carefully. Otherwise, not only will you lose the flavour and the bouquet, you'll probably lose your powers of speech and all. See? Don't spill it, it might burn the carpet. Go on.
It smells like embrocation.
Yeah, well, there is a hint of embrocation about it, yeah.
Hey, you could poison the old prison, Fletcher.
Look, it's not very easy to get the ingredients in here, you know, Tulip. I mean, I got the potato peelings and the orange pips, yeah, no bother. But I mean, normally, in the normal course of events, we would never have actually used boot polish in it, would we? Oh, it's only a joke.
Yeah, you sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's antifreeze.
Yeah, bloody hell, I've just done it again, haven't I? Yeah, I just went to blow my nose. I knew I'd have time. Yeah, what an idiot I am sometimes. I do apologise. What a Burke I am. But yes, yes. Took a tub of celebrations into school today. Only bounties left at end. I ate all the Maltesers. I think that's sorted now. Maltesers should be number one. We'll take no more nonsense on that. What a pancake I am. I forgot to put the sound back on. Moron, I'm here. Yes. Silent Night, yeah. Round of applause for Friday Frolic's blunder. A Friday Frolic blunder won't be a Friday Frolic without a blunder. Yes, silence is golden. My wife always says that to me, you know, when I'm waffling. But anyway, oh yeah, technical issues. Would you say I'm still more professional than GBBs? But yes, I just want to know, did Fletcher and the legendary Porridge get it spot on in that 1976 Christmas special? Has anyone played with Neil and I drinking game? I haven't. I think one of the funniest drinking games it wasn't really a drinking game. It was a game that they were playing on. It was a bit of an house party. I don't know whose party it was, but me and my friend, we were invited. And what they were doing was, you've probably seen it before, but it was just hilarious. It's like, you know, where you put your spoon in your mouth and you have to hit whoever's facing you on the head with it. And, you know, and if you rub your head, you get to take it out of your mouth and go, whack. Well, my mate fell for it big style, didn't he? It's like, I can't remember who it was now. I've not seen him for years. He could have moved back up to Scotland because I knew he had a really good Scottish accent. I've not seen him for years, so for all I know, he could have moved back up to Scotland, or he could still be living in Bradford. I don't know. But I do remember when he's jumping up, say, right, I'm going to hit you on the head with a spoon. But behind him was his mate with this wooden spoon, clonking him on the head, and my mate was going, and so he gets a free wallop on his head. Says, right, it's your turn. And hardly made it. And they did this to him about 8 times, and he didn't clock. So, and it was just hilarious. It's still one of my funniest games I ever watched. But yes, Richard and Leonard Rossiter, both of Rising Damp, died too young. Yeah, I even remember him, Leonard Rossiter in Space Odyssey. Is it 2001? I think that's the name. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yes. Absolutely love Leonard Rossiter with Joan Collins, hilarious for Cinzano. Yeah, yes. I remember seeing one where they're on the airplane, and she's just about to take a sip of a Cinzano. He lowers her seat and it's all over her face. Hilarious. But yes, when I saw that clip of Porridge, oh good God, 1976, I'd have been about 5 or 5-year-old. Yeah, crazy that Rossiter is in 2001. Yeah. I'm pretty much sure I've got it on DVD. Yeah, it was 2000. Because the second one 2010. I could be wrong. I can't quite remember. But anyway, yes. Oh, but anyway, we do have some sad news. we do have some sad news. Yes, we are back to broken news, where they have breaking news that a certain individual has had to step down from his role this Christmas. No, I'm not talking about Matthew Dolan from GBBs. No, it's the one and only Saint Nick.
Welcome to Broken News. There are claims that cancel culture is out of control after Father Christmas himself was forced to step down from his position. His centuries in the role are over after a social media storm. Our reporter has more.
Operating from here in Lapland, Nicholas St. Santa Kringle Festive Christmas Claus had become one of the most famous people in the world. But now he's been told he won't work again after online activists labelled his behaviour as problematic and dripping in white-bearded privilege. Environmentalists have claimed that despite flying millions of miles every year, Mr. Christmas has made no attempt to offset massive carbon emissions. And they claim his association with the Christmas tree industry, or Big Tree, means he tacitly supports deforestation. He's also been accused of racism after records showed he hadn't once given a present to a child who's a practicing Muslim or a Jew. Well, in a statement issued by his lawyers, the 400-year-old Mr. Christmas, who lives at a fixed abode determined by global magnetic field, said, "This is incredibly unfair. They claim that I break into loads of houses every year and eat a mince pie in each one. No one can eat that much, not even Mike Graham. They also say it's creepy that I watch people sleep, but again, they don't say that about Mike Graham." In response, his critics have said Mr. Christmas is a danger to other aircraft. Pissed off his bonce in charge of a sleigh, they say it's well known that he's downing in the region of 3 billion glasses of sherry every Christmas Eve before flight. In a statement, these same activists say, "This guy claims to be a saint, but runs what may well be an unpaid sweatshop of small people. He refers to them as elves, which is in itself a microaggression. Our investigations also raise animal welfare concerns. One of Mr. Christmas's reindeer has definite swelling and reddening of the septum, suggesting an over-reliance on cocaine to meet unrealistic work demands. When questioned, Mr. Christmas calls it magical Christmas fairy dust, but he can't fool us." Back to you.
Thank you. Well, having been cancelled, we understand that Father Christmas has signed a deal to host a prime-time evening show on GB News. It'll be called Claus Out and will feature people who used to be famous, repeatedly claiming that you can't even say Happy Christmas anymore. What a lovely story. Well, that's all from Broken News. You're up to date and do have a very happy non-denominational winter break.
Yes. Yes, so not all bad. Yes, so not all bad, you could say. He's got a slot on GBBs in between Crafty Wank and the Haunted Pencil. So we should give a round of applause to GBBs for saving our Saint Nick from being cancelled. Well done. Well done, GBBs. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Well done, GBBs. Yeah, yes. Yeah, so all right, it was 2000 now. I thought it was. No. Space 1999. By God, you bring me back now. Good God. That's I remember watching them when I was a kid. Jesus, yes. 2000, Roy Snyder and Helen Mirren. Quite a good movie. Did I watch the second one? I probably did. But the first one always stays in my mind because I remember going to watch it at the I know Ad Archive will remember the place, the movie and TV museum. Is it still in Bradford? Do we still have it there in Bradford? I've forgotten the name of it now. It's been that long since I've gone there. I always remember it when, I don't know if you remember, if you were at school at Archive around my time. You remember when the teachers were on strike, you know, when we'd have so many lessons off that teachers were on strike, so they'd say, oh, make sure you come back if you have any lessons after the strike is over. You know, you could have at least 4 or 5 lessons where the teacher's on strike, and your last one, the teacher in, and they'd expect you to come back. And they, oh yeah, of course we will. Yeah, our education, it means a lot to us. And yeah, and more often than not, we would go down there and just mess about with cameras and have a good laugh, and just don't bother with last lesson. It was just hilarious. Yes, I don't get where I am today without Reggie Perrin. It always makes me chuckle, and when I see them clips where he starts thinking about his mother-in-law, and you've got that hippo just wandering around. That is just hilariously funny. Clearly, we know what he's on about. I know I shouldn't say, but I once worked 2001 while on acid at the National Media Museum, and all turned into a reindeer singing, and then the Power Rangers started dancing. Sounds like a movie to me. Fella Scots, we need to introduce DB to I Am Jolly. Oh, sounds very interesting. Oh, yeah, trying to think, was it 60s or 70s? I know it could be maybe on the cusp of the end of the 60s and coming onto the 70s. Who knows? I can't quite, but I do remember it very, 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 very vividly. It was like around that time you would either be watching Star Trek as well, wouldn't you? So, Rivet, I Am Jolly. Yes. So, yeah, I will. So it was a 70s sci-fi. Yeah, yes. I know how you feel. Stephen Bank. Yeah, I'm getting to like my parents. Well, we always do, don't we? You know, I will never be like my parents. And then you end up acting like your parents. You just the only difference between me and see when it came to my dad, he was, I would probably say he would have been prone to the nonsense that you get from GBBs and Talk TV, where my mum, she's very much a lefty, very, very much a lefty. You guys would love her. And she has no time for our Trumple thin-skinned, and she has no time for the excuses that the Israeli government are doing with Palestine. Very much a lefty. I think you might guess where I get my views from. Yes, Marathon Man with Roy Schneider and Dustin Hoffman was a great film, and continues the chocolate motif. Certainly does. I remember watching that as a kid. I remember first time I watched that, and the only reason why it sticks in my mind, that film, was when my mum and dad went out. One of my uncles were babysitting, and you know when at the end, what do they call him now? The guy who played the Nazi. Oh, is it? No, I nearly said Lawrence of Arabia then, you Fucking muppet. What an idiot. Wake up and smell the roses. Daily, your mum should come on the show. Oh, that would be feisty. Because once she gets going, she doesn't stop. She will. she would not. Lawrence Olivier. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, cheers for that. You know where he's got that knife in his coat, and I remember watching it thinking, Lawrence Olivier. Yeah, I remember thinking, don't go in. I was saying, stay away from him. Stay away from him. He's got that knife. He's got that knife. I got proper into it, even though I didn't really. I was only young. I'm very, very young, so I didn't really understand it that much, but it was. Yeah, she definitely wouldn't stop. I've heard it firsthand. Yeah, exactly. God's lasses. Yes, my daughter knows exactly what I'm talking about. Once she gets going, that's it. She goes off on one. Was he not the hunting boys from Brazil? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I do remember when he had that knife in his pocket. You know, when he'd just go slashing, and I remember I was shitting my pants, thinking, "Oh, he's going to kill him. He's going to kill the marathon man. Going to kill the marathon man." I still remember when. Oh, good God! Good evening, Mike Fletcher. Hope you well. Get her on. You ask the questions. Oh. Whoa. I suppose maybe I could ask if she'd be interested. Oh, my mum is the best. She's brilliant. I wake up and smell the roses. Yeah. It's like I'm just like my mum. when it comes to but I get the feeling she's far more passionate than me. She proper does wear a heart on a sleeve, does me mum. But yeah, maybe that's something I should consider. I'd watch a load of Indian guys playing weird music on the telly. Happy days. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's something I could consider, see if she's interested. I don't know, but I know whenever we're talking, once we get talking about whatever, she'll go off on one. She will go on, and it just may just sit back and just let her. I do a sewing with her, and she will literally abandon her project to go off on one. It's kind of funny. Yes, she does. Yeah, I can get her tipsy. Oh. God's last sis. What's my mum and her sister like for the shorts? Oh, you know what they're like when they're drinking together. Oh, yes, God's last sis. You know what they're like. But anyway. Yes, spare a thought now. We've got our Santa. He's now in between Crafty Wank and yeah, our Crafty Wank and what do you call him? Our haunted pencil. He's got rats on her shoulders, you mum. Yeah. But anyway, let's just move on. I just want to know, are you guys ready for your Christmas caroling? Are you absolutely ready to get your warm up your warbles, clear your throats and getting around to wish everybody goodwill and love to all? Will you be doing it this way?
The kids start singing and the band begins to play.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas
everywhere you go.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
But the very next day, you gave it away.
Driving home for Christmas.
Annoying, his car's stuck in a London garage because his MOT failed. Sorry to put the record straight.
Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's see if you are a true Bradfordian. What's your favourite curry house? Rajput in Shipley is a winner of my peshwa for me. Strangely enough, is that the one at Fox's Corner? If it is, that is where I took my and now spare a thought for my God's last sis, because that is the very first curry house. That's where I took God's last sis mum on our first date. We had planned to go to watch a movie, but because this dildo here got the wrong time, got it totally wrong. It is, yes. Is that the one where if you go as a couple, the young lady gets a chrysanthemum? If it is, that's the one. That's where I took her, because I thought, up there for thinking, down there for dancing. I thought, I know what I'm going to do. Come on, love, let's get in the car. Do you fancy a meal? And said, oh, do you like a curry? And she went, yeah, I do actually. Do you fancy one? Come on then. Well, let's go for a nice curry. We went there for a romantic keema curry and chicken curry and all the trimmings. And my beloved, she got a chrysanthemum, and the rest is history. 30 years later, 3 kids, and home. She's still trying to make an honest man out of me. But yes, it was quite nice in there. I suppose that would probably be his favourite, because it probably has sentimental value. Because if it's the one that you're talking about, that's where she got a nice chrysanthemum. I didn't tell her like at the time, I thought it'd be a nice surprise, and I acted all surprised. Oh, I never knew that. Exactly. Some curry that does. Certainly what my friend Billy Kershaw. But yeah, you just reminded me, all them years ago when we were young, fit, healthy, and, body wasn't breaking up, in the vigour of our youth, took her for a curry, and the rest is history. Yeah, but also Christmas Day special, Christmas Day, obviously. 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. The Two Davies YouTube channel, all welcome. Yes, if you... Billy Kershaw, you knew me too well. Usual seat, Mr. Blaze. Yes. Yes, but as I say, if you want to be informed and have an intelligent... Oh, don't worry about it, Alistair. You do an amazing job anyway, so it's not the end of the world. But if you want to be informed and you want to learn something, you don't have to, instead of having me pulling up jokes about some bloke trying to rescue his Christmas tree that he's already paid for and pinching a lasagna, then Dave McGuinness and the two Davies are the guys for you, so don't forget to... But like, as I say, you know, just reminded me of that story when you mentioned Curry House. Yes, that's where we went. Yes. And as I say, you know, I've seen him do it a couple of times on one or two things, you know. So I just wanted to get your throats warmed up and ready for you to ding dong merrily on high. Now we're all full of festive cheer, aren't we? But we still have, but we all know we still have our pet peeves, don't we? And clearly our new Chancellor, she has her pet peeves as well.
Hello and welcome to Pet Peeves with Rachel Reeves. This week I'm mainly peeved with the general public. Oh, will I lose my job? Will there be tax rises? I don't know. I'm not qualified to answer that. I'm from a customer services background. I don't know how to deal with people. Oh, what's that, madam? Go away. You can go into the peeve bin. Secondly, I'm peeved with dogs, cats, guinea pigs, fluffy rabbits, slow lorises or any animal deemed to be cute. What a waste of space, am I right? Thirdly, I'm peeved with my colleagues. Oh, can you sort these accounts, Rachel? Can you do that, Rachel? Well, no, because I don't know how to. But I do know that you can't claim for that Brazilian, Angela. You can all go in the peeve bin. Lastly, I'm peeved with Keir Starmer. His voice is so nasal and depressing and his delivery is boring. Don't you think? Interaction time. What are your pet peeves? Question mark. The good news this week is that I've been compared to Margaret Thatcher. That makes me happy. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Yes. So, well done, Nerine Skinner. She's an absolute diamond, isn't she? And the off chance that she might be watching this, no, she won't be. I'd love to wish her a Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year, because she does. You see her going up and down the country. She does work incredibly hard. Yes, I so want this Labour government to work, but bloody hell, it's difficult to defend Reeves. Also, it's like, yeah, I know what you mean. It's, but all I'll say is, you know, hopefully, she's proper nice and replies to comments. Yeah, she is. She's brilliant. The gift that he keeps taking is Nigella Fartage, yes. I do hope, come next year, that she will have escaped the political purgatory that is Liv Truss. But anyway, tell me your pet peeves. But as we're nearly heading into the end of this year's Friday Frolic, don't 2 hours go so fast? It just for me, it just seems to blink. And best one I heard was during COVID, the police came and removed relatives on Christmas Day. Do they still offer the same service? Yeah, exactly. But anyway, let's head across the pond for our last couple of our Friday Frolic videos. Yeah, where a certain orange one was filmed doing his Christmas shopping. And let's just say, it didn't go well.
Hello, sir. Did you find everything okay?
Yes.
Great.
Cold turkey, bacon, and things.
I'm glad you found all the groceries you needed.
The word grocery, it's sort of simple word, but it sort of means like everything you eat.
Right.
The stomach is speaking. It always does.
So do you have any coupons today? Okay, I'll take that.
You know what that is, right?
Sir, this is just a piece of paper that says coupon on it.
It'll also bring your grocery bill way down.
I can't accept this.
No, it was a long time ago, so this was in,
Would you like to purchase a lottery ticket today?
I'm not gonna buy one of those.
Okay.
Couldn't fill up the 8 circles. I always loved those circles. They were so beautiful.
Yeah, filling in the bubbles is pretty fun. All right, your total is going to be $32 even.
32.
Yeah, 32.
32.
Will you be paying cash, debit, credit?
In cash.
Thank you, sir. All right, here is your change. Now, can I get anyone to help you with your groceries today?
The word grocery, it's sort of simple word, but it sort of means like everything you eat.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. 1 second. Can I get some assistance at cash register 2? We've got one of our elderly customers that needs a little help. I got you, sir.
Yes, she most certainly has. Certainly does. That was the wonderful and hilariously funny Maggie Reid. And follow her on Twitter. She's absolutely brilliant. I'll just say, really enjoyed the Friday. I'm so glad you did add archives. I would say it's something I just really wanted to do, to help with me patter. It's like when it comes to live stream, it's it's not the easiest thing to do. So it's just something I'd just see how it goes, and if I did it a couple of times and enjoy it. But it's come to a point where it's something I just look forward to. A couple of hours where we just still take the rise out of those people we shouldn't take seriously, but we just have a good laugh all the way. but thank you, and yeah, welcome to the party. Hopefully see you many more times, because this is something I do enjoy. And also, it's a bit of a welcome relief from the show from yesterday and the day before. I can imagine it is Donkey Dave. The legend that is Donkey Dave. Pleasure to see you, my friend. And I hope you're all set up and ready for Christmas. And if you're not subscribed to the legend that is Donkey Dave, you should do. Just like the two Davids, you'll always learn something. Not like you, making all sorts of funny noises and making an idiot of myself and making clangers like talking to myself for half an hour with the microphone off again. Never mind. But as I say, before we go, it didn't get any better, because he was invited to a full-on interview with the journalist who will not resort to any softball questions and tickle his tummy either. No, he goes further. He will have a full regalia and a musical to go with it. Take it away, Randy Rainbow, and let's welcome in the Christmas spirit. Enjoy, my friends. Get your lighters out there and boogie away, and let's have a good laugh.
Welcome back to the program. Well, there's no way around it, folks. Trump's back. And if you think that's bad, you should see his front. Shit. I must say, I never thought you'd pull it off.
But it turned out that I was right.
I was talking about your wig. Americans are concerned about your latest administration picks. I mean, Dr. Oz, Pete Hegseth.
He's great.
Ursula the Sea Witch, Ronald McDonald.
This is the most misunderstood man in politics.
Well, since you are going to be here for a while, I guess we'd best acquaint ourselves with the new team using a Broadway-style production number and multiple costume changes.
Now?
Your president is Donald J. Oh boy, a convicted felon? You gotta be f***ing kidding. Zeldin will keep your water clear. A climate denier heading the EPA? Cool. Health secretaries RFK. The brainworm anti-vaxxer will all be dead by March. Yeah. I think I'm gonna hate it here.
Probably.
Meet Shady Vance, the new Mike Pence. But what about our national intelligence? Tulsi will handle Vladimir. Oh good, a Russian asset. Was Ethel Rosenberg not available? This Fox News host will run defense. I hear he's a misogynistic drunk, but just look at that smile. I think I'm gonna hate it here. See if we can get Lil Wayne for Attorney General. Rubio, thirsty hoe, scored himself a seat. Homeland threats, hide your pets. Christy Gnomes, pack and hate.
God bless President Trump.
Such diarrhea I've never had. We've never had such diarrhea we've never known. I'm very scared to be a queen. A giant all politics aside, these hacks ain't qualified. I know I'm gonna hate it.
Our country is a crime pod.
For FBI, we'll have Patel, the QAnon conspiracy theorist. Great. While Mrs. Trump spreads Christmas cheer.
You know, who gives a about the Christmas stuff?
Vivek and Musk will make life hell. Roseanne for press secretary? No, Hulk Hogan, I think. Oh God, I'm gonna hate it here. I hear Hannibal Lecter's the new Secretary of Education.
Yeah.
All hope and joy now, doom and gloom. All hope and joy now, doom and gloom. All checks and guardrails disappear. All the sycophants, he only hires sycophants. No sane adults left in the room. The My Pillow guy, CIA director, jeepers. I know I'm gonna hate it here. Lift your chin, don't give in to your stress and strive. Dry your tears, it's just 4 years. Oh my God, fuck my life. Make way for Donald's new regime. Here comes a clown car of a team that's built on chaos, crime, incompetence, revenge, and fear. I love the USA. I'll never go away, but girl, I'm gonna hate it. Happy holidays.
Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow.
Calm down.
Yes, exactly, Donny, baby. Calm down, calm down. Good evening, Wales. Hope you're well, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And I do hope you are. I hope you do have had a fantastic day as well, and have a fantastic weekend. Satire and music is the way to go. It certainly is. Why can I relate to this so much? Oh wait, I'm. Well done. And joy as do with Brexit. Yeah, now we've got to see the American equivalent, especially if Trump goes through with tariffs. Yes, totally agree. Is there a space stroke or a heart attack looking for a fat orange fantastic body? Just asking. Yeah. Well, you're just asking questions, aren't you? I think you should ask Nigel Farage that when he has a absolute fit of the vapes. Has a fit of the vapes. Just say, Nigel, I'm just asking questions. You just know that when Trump does his state visit, that Fartage will be greeting him at the airport, and by the time he leaves office, he'll be doing his best to make Fartage Prime Minister. Yeah, won't surprise me. But Absolutely, Donkey Dave. Jane Godley had him weighed up. She most certainly did. She had a lot of people like Farage and Tommy Ten Names weighed up, didn't she, my good friend? Yes. But yes. Well, yeah. Yeah, same to you, my friend Wales. Have a Merry Christmas. And it's same for you guys. You guys have a very, very merry and prosperous Christmas. Well, prosperous Christmas. And chances are we'll probably see you before the New Year's. But in case I forget, you guys have a very prosperous New Year as well, please. Also, big thank you for my wonderful moderators. I know Mad Monk, he'll probably be on the Raz, won't he? Don't blame him either. And Jow is, he will probably quite possibly out partying as well. But we couldn't bring it to its Celtic origins. Yes, absolutely. But I just want to say thank you for stopping by for this bit of a Christmas Friday frolic. And as I say, I really, really do enjoy it. And big round of applause for my moderators. Couldn't do this without you guys. You guys are amazing. So I'm just going to say Merry Christmas. Thanks for your love and support. Really, really appreciate it. And you mean the world to me. Thank you very much. So Merry Christmas. Take care, my friends. And don't do what I won't do, which ain't a lot, I have to say. So take care, my friend. And Merry Christmas. Bye-bye, my friends.